Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of Big Bro. Start it again. Yo. Welcome back to the episode of Perspectives with Big Bro. I'm your host, Comedian Lonnie.
Now I'm the Flash. This is number 85.
Yep. Knocking them out. Almost at that 100.
15.
Almost at that 100.
Syndication.
Yes, sir. Can't wait for it. How you feeling, black man?
Man, I'm good. Science is bothering me a little bit, so if I sound a little weird, I know somebody gonna be like, man, that nigga sound weird. That's what's wrong.
Boy, this weather then switched up on us.
So the hell did.
It didn't mess around and got cold real quick. I was like, oh.
But it got hot and cold.
Just like that. Just like that. You be like,
I gotta fix my hat right, you know what I'm saying? We have a good episode. You know, when my hat be right, that episode be good.
man, but yeah, man, you good?
Man, I'm good, man. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, good. Blessed, highly favored, you know.
In the Lord, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, my weeks is going easy. The easy going weeks. I feel like something is about to creep up, though. You know how, like, when stuff is just going too smooth, it's just like...
It's gonna be some bullshit.
It's gonna be some... It's like right around the corner.
It coming.
It's right around the corner. I can feel it.
I feel it coming. Mm-hmm. Like the weekend.
Yep.
Because bullshit always show up.
But it might not show when you want it to, but it always show up right on time.
It'll be right on time. Walking on sunshine.
Yep. But yeah, man. But everything else is good though. Ready for homecoming. You know what I'm saying? Homecoming season.
It is homecoming
Shout
season.
out to all y'all more HBCU people, but
AUC
specifically
people.
AUC people. When is Clark's homecoming though? Is it the week before or after?
Next week.
Oh, damn. But a year almost over.
That's it, bro.
That fast.
Your birthday coming up. You got a month for your birthday.
Yeah.
A month and a week.
Yeah. Yeah. Black Panther come out the day before my birthday.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
I'm being in Wakanda. Wakanda out, yep. And my little African dashiki on it.
I wish your ass would. Niggas is always going overboard.
Always. We always gotta overdo so we just can't never just. It's funny though. But yeah, man, I just can't believe the year's gone that fast. But hit them folk with the topic. What we talking about
the topic
today?
Today was, man, hey, we did accountability. We did boundaries. Today I was thinking, my spirit thought about this. I was listening to something and it kind of resonated in my spirit. Mm-hmm. Last week we talked about the things that men should know, right? This week I want to talk about men controlling themselves, self-control. So episode 85 is about self-control. Can you contain yourself?
Can you contain yourself? And in what what ways?
Emotional discipline, dig discipline, financial discipline.
Ooh, whew. That's the one I'm struggling with the most right now, boy. Whoo, boy.
You know what I'm saying? Energy discipline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is all about discipline. Gangstar had a song, Discipline. You know what I'm saying? This is all about discipline.
What do you think is something that like you personally struggle with the most?
Man,
out of those?
For a long time, I used to struggle with. Now I never had a problem with discipline. Every now and then, you know what I'm saying, you do something stupid. You know what I'm saying? That you shouldn't be doing. Financial discipline, every now and then. It's like I'm a tweener. Because I have a lot of self-discipline. Being an entrepreneur for 17 years, you gotta have a lot of discipline. Because you have a good week, you'll think you're gonna have that week every week, and you're not. You're like, I made 3 bands this week, and instead of knocking out them bills, you done spent 2. Because you think it's gonna come right back like that, and it don't. You may not see that. You may not see another week like that for a whole nother year. And that 2, you done bought 2 hanging out every day. Yep. Emotional discipline. I dealt with some emotional discipline like this. Sometimes not being in place, not being in order, not being, like we said all the time, 84 episodes on our square. Not being in the position that you need to be in, not working towards that position, because the problem with being in position is like basketball. You know what I'm saying? You got to work to get to that block. You got to hustle to get to that block down that court. You know what I'm saying? On the defense time and the offensive side. Yep. So what you feel like you lack some discipline at?
Right now, the biggest is financial discipline. I'm really keen on like and hyper focus on like setting myself up for the future. Like I was sitting down yesterday talking to somebody and like I was just like in 30 years I'm gonna be 60.
Yeah.
But like
But
30 years have went by. I'm like went by fast. So it's like it's gonna be here.
I'll be 60, you know. But I tell you, your 20s set you up for your 40s. So these 30s set you up for 40 and beyond. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you got to have the discipline. Like that's why I said you got to be about your. We say it every week. I know it feel like we're beating a dead horse, but until men get it, and men change the narrative of what we're dealing in, it's about purpose, living a purposeful life.
For sure. And that's what I've so that's what I've been just on that whole thing of like no, like I know the money looking real good. However, like it's gonna look so much better not spending it right now, not thinking that I need these materialistic things.
Cause like right now, what you said, you want to get another house.
Yep.
Man, so you save up for that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything's in a situation for you to be able to do that.
Yep.
Because us as business owners, we always got to progress to make it go away. But a lot of times when you don't have that discipline, when you don't have emotional discipline, everything bothers you. When you don't have that dick discipline,
but
you dealing with the wrong chicks.
But
in the wrong season, at the wrong time.
If you ain't got that dick discipline, it's gonna affect your emotional discipline.
It sure the hell is.
And more than likely your financial discipline.
Oh my God. If you don't got it will destroy your finances.
But it will tear them apart.
The great Dolomite, Rudy Ray Moore said, romance without finance is a nuisance. And Dolomite, you know.
Hey, that's a word. That need to be the red word in the Bible. Like that's a word for sure.
Finance, brother. Romance without finance. You out here trying to be running romance. You out here, babe, please. Goes back to our episode with Cam. It be like, babe, please. You saw in the messages. My boy Jay talking about nigga tell you should leave at 4 or 5 o'clock. But that's the same. Like I had discipline to come to work and leave, but I have discipline enough to understand my craft. And that's a lot of us. A lot of us don't have discipline to work better on our crafts. And like someone said, work better on yourselves outside of women. Just self-care.
Yep.
Just self-love.
Yep. I agree. And I be thinking about like, even like dating, going out all the time, spending $200-300 here.
But y'all spend
45.
You spend $500 that week. So that basically means if you spend $5, that's a light week. Let's be honest here. That's a light week in Atlanta. So that means you don't spend $2,000 that month.
Boy,
that means you don't spend $24,000 that year.
And God forbid if you doing it with multiple women.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
dude, you gotta have another extra, you gotta have a part-time, you gotta have another full-time job to full-time date.
You be like, this ain't it.
And that ain't this.
I swear to God, when there was a time where I looked at my finance, like I said it in an earlier episode, like how much I was spending on food a month.
Yeah.
Crazy.
$2,000 or $3,000 on food.
Crazy.
Because you want something different. You want variety. Oh man, I want to cook crab legs today. $100 on the
Easy.
On the low end.
Easy.
I want to have a crab boil and I want to invite all my friends.
Everything is expensive in the world now. Like you can't do nothing for cheap no more. Like Taco Tuesdays ain't even really
that
cheap.
That shit $50.
No like easy.
But a big slab of ground beef, that's $19. Cheese $4. You need all the assorted cheeses,
bruh.
So
anything that come from the cow already inflated 30%. So the cheese, the sour cream, Then you got the audacity to want peso, peso sauce. Yep. And it's always one person. I don't eat ground beef. Can we do shrimp?
Can we do shrimp? Can we do turkey? Can we do chicken?
Shrimp by 11. Over lemon.
Lemon.
You be like, bruh.
Hey, just for your ass, eat 3 tacos.
That's it.
But the crazy thing is when you go out, you spend, Taco Tuesday, $2 tacos plus the tax. 3
Gratuity.
Tacos,
Gratuity starting at 20% now.
Sure the hell is.
I was like, I thought we was doing 10. When did we get to 15, 18, 20?
When you got bad financial discipline, then, like I said, you have a good week. Then your emotions kick in. You feel like you're supposed to be bossing up with these bras. I'm a boss. Swipe it. I don't check the price. All I do is swipe.
That right there, that lack of discipline right there is what single-handedly has gotten me caught up so many times.
And don't try to be a fly nigga.
You trying to look good too? You trying to get the new J's or the new Yeezys?
Ooh, 400, 350. And when I say I round to near 100, 400. You know, because after you don't pay the tax and you don't pay the dude to hold them for you, because you don't never win a raffle.
Bruh, talk about you want to go on a date, bitch. I am the date. I'm wearing the date. You're here. You've arrived.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that fine, and that's all I'm trying to focus on. That financial discipline, just like you don't need it. Stay away from it. Keep your head down. Keep working. Invest the money. Like all the money that comes in, it's like literally being reinvested into the craft, getting better, getting more
money into it. Like, but I remember I got a graveyard for the clippers at home, like a big old bin full of clippers. Mm-hmm. Because you always constantly buying clippers. Because I pour so much into my craft as I constantly did. You know what I mean? So, man, I've had time. So when we was talking about this earlier, I said a lot of brothers. These are things that brothers should know as well. This is like almost continuation of episode 84. Mm-hmm. And these
which y'all should go watch, by the way.
These are things that a lot of brothers have a hard time with. And once again, I'm talking to the brothers because as a man, you're the leader. You set the tone.
Yep.
So if you got financial discipline, you got dick discipline, you got emotional discipline. When she be like, "Hey, I want to see you," it's 1-3 o'clock in the morning. You're like, "Yo, I'm not even responding to that." Mm-hmm. Number one, let me block her in the morning. Because she ain't got no respect.
Hey, that comes from them boundaries too. You gotta have them boundaries. You ain't gotta always answer the phone when she call. Mm-hmm. Just because she drunk. Hey man, sometimes, man, if you hit me at that time, I know it's gonna be some kind of problems.
Yeah, because it ain't a fun problem either.
It don't never go smooth. Never go smooth. You up? I done messed around and waited 2 hours for a girl.
Oh my gosh. Hey, motherfuckers, my day on their way. Oh, I had to exfoliate. I had to do this. Oh, I had to take me another nap. You know what I'm saying? You're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
All of a sudden, her phone don't work no more.
Wait a minute. And the thing is, I don't even want you to come. But it's time for brothers to be able to say, look, man, that's a boundary of mine. Mm-hmm. If you ain't here when you say you're gonna be here, you got a 30-minute window. Mm-hmm. If you ain't here in that 30 minutes,
going to sleep. It's over with.
I'm gonna catch you some other time.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm at the point now where I'm just like, you hit me at that time, like, yeah, you just ain't gonna get no response.
I'm asleep anyway.
Yeah, like 1:30.
But brothers allow all of these things. You know, I hear women all the time say things they allow. I'm tired of allowing guys just run over me and use me when they want to use me. But brothers be letting women use the hell out of them.
But we ain't got no rules. We ain't got no restrictions or nothing. We don't feel like we got no rights.
No, we ain't got no discipline. Once you get some discipline, you get a regimen, and you can't nobody knock you off your discipline. If a woman trying to come in, she gotta get on that campaign. If she ain't trying to get on that campaign trail,
yep,
you gotta drop off a next stop like Chris Rock did in Head of State. Drop the ass off the butt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Hey, that discipline can fix a lot. Because either they gonna respect it or they not. But if they don't respect it, that ain't for you.
Hey, they are gonna check it or respect it, baby. Hit it, drop it,
yep.
Nigga pocket.
And I think early on,
you gotta walk in the door with it.
Yeah.
But
you gotta set that precedent up front.
But it also, to your point, what you said in many episodes, it has to be taught. Like the people around you, your elders should teach you how to respect yourself.
Yeah.
It ain't all about the money.
Yep.
Respect yourself. Have morals.
Yep.
Brother, OG brothers gotta tell you, you can't knock all of them off. All of them don't deserve no wood.
You can't.
All of them do not deserve no wood now. Because same way you gotta earn that box, you gotta earn this wood. Wood go into the toolbox. The toolbox is just a special place to hold the wood.
Yep. Man, I done got to the point now where I didn't start identifying. I didn't come up with ways to identify like what's worth it and what's not. Like, we gotta get smart out here.
You better.
We gotta get smarter out here.
If you can't identify, quote unquote, what's the thing going on in the red flags? If you can't identify that from the front door, you in trouble.
Yep. I agree. We got it. That's definitely, boy, some red flag discipline. That's some red flag. When you see a red flag, pull away.
Throw the flag on the
Pull it away. You either got to pull away or you got to address it right then and there and see change behavior. Like you cannot just sweep stuff under the rug. We can't allow that as men because we get ourselves into some situations. When you look back, you be like, damn, she did used to do that.
But hey, ain't no such. I tell you, when you was a freshman, there's no such thing as all of a sudden.
Swear it ain't.
But all of a sudden, nah, ain't no all of a sudden.
It's been there.
Hey, her ass don't call you now. Because she on the phone with somebody, and you know she like to be on the phone. She on the phone with somebody else.
People don't just up and change like that. Though. It's like people be thinking that it's just like, oh, now that they're doing this, they're gonna no. They might for a little bit of time. That's how you get got too. That's how you get got.
Are you gonna get tricked? Hey, shout out to my brother. My brother said you gonna get tricked. You gonna get tricked off the street.
Easy. I was gonna say early on, I would think I kind of suffered with like emotional discipline, for a few years of just like emotions being all over the place and not really getting a hold of them. You know what I'm saying? And not being able to control myself.
Because you speak from your emotions. You say stuff how I feel.
Yep.
I feel like. I believe men have to speak and be in reality. We can't be. We not Miles. We can't be in the multiverse. You know what I'm saying? Like Spider-Man, we can't be in the multiverse. We got to stick in the real world.
Yep.
Somebody got to be grounded.
I agree. Both of us can't be living in the clouds.
Sure the hell can't.
We can't. Ain't no. It will not work.
Sure the hell won't.
It will not work. Ain't nothing but chaos up there anyway.
In the cloud, hey.
Unobtainable chaos.
Unobtainable.
Like, and even then, even my early on years, like college, I would say like the dick discipline. That's the hard. I think that's one of the biggest obstacles that we as men face in that like that 20.
Oh yeah. Because you know what though? Because you finally getting some ass. Let me tell you something. See, when you getting those from like 17 to 23, it's so much ass. Oh my God! And guess what though?
Seem readily available too. Boy.
No, it seems available. You just say it seems available. But remember our episode? It's gonna cost you a little. It's gonna cost you a lot. It's gonna cost you. This crazy thing is, it's almost parallel to what's the price. And if you're not putting in healthy deposits, it's gonna cost you a lot for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Remember our episode? The baby mama shit was ragged. Baby daddy shit ragged. Healthy deposits. It's gonna cost you.
Yep.
And are you able and available, mostly available to pay that emotion bill? I mean, the great Raheem the Dream, he Atlanta dude. You probably don't know him. He sang song "We Were Short," or saying the most beautiful girl. And he had a song called "The Pussy Bill."
The Pussy Bill.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta pay your pussy. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is, everything we've been talking about in the 80s episodes about the price of living. Everything we've been talking about, episode from 80 to 85, The price of living. And the thing is, you got to know your price. You got to know your number.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know what you can and cannot afford emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
You got to find. I'm about to say something. It goes so many of y'all heads. You ain't got enough dick for that. No, back in the days, you be like, oh, she a thick girl. You ain't got no dick for that. She got too much going on with herself. You ain't got enough dick for that. But I hope y'all caught that.
Ain't enough dick in the world.
I hope y'all caught that.
You know, my equivalent to that is just, I think my equivalent to that, what you just said, is like, you can't save it. You can't. There's, I promise you, it's just not enough you can do. There's not enough money you can make. There's not enough.
Hey.
You ain't got enough dick. There's
Pierce Brosnan was in the James Bond movie called The World Is Not Enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what though? The world that you're trying to provide for her is not enough. That's why they go Graham. That's why the Graham got your bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Graham got your old lady. The Graham got your old lady.
Mm-hmm. Got it on lock.
Hey,
and they starting to get naked on the gram too, more and more now.
Hey, she be sitting here telling you how happy she is to be here, but she be on the gram. Oh, I'm just saying it for my friends. Hey, y'all know what it is.
I know what time it is.
London told me don't get him no more tang. He said he don't want no more tang. He said every time he get tang, he had to slap a nigga and fight a bit.
Boy, that is
Man, fight a motherfucker.
We were feeling like a dragon. Just dry too.
Hey man. This me and that boy Dre the Barber and Rex drank that on that tang.
I don't know how y'all do that. I don't know how y'all do it.
Some more reef and shoot some dice. I'm sorry.
They don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, hey, this positivity. But well, I mean, what your questions at? I know you have a question.
I was literally about to ask you one. What are the dangers of not having self-control?
Boy, baby mama shit ragged, child support, being broke, divorce court, paying back financial.
Shit. Some of the most treacherous things ever.
Nigga, all five of them are treacherous.
Yes.
Hey, MC8 said how the hood took me under. That's the hood. Hey, trust me. I know.
Right.
Hey, trust me.
Bruh, it ain't nothing to play with.
I know.
It ain't nothing to play with. Like, it's a dangerous game. That's why, like, I think the point we want to stress to y'all is like how serious you need to take these things. How serious discipline needs to be taken. Cause
we got the episode coming up. It's in the works called "You Ain't That Special," and these niggas think, hey, we know women think they're special. Mm-hmm. Even though it's 2 million more women in the world. I mean, I think than men. Mm-hmm. I believe my calculations. Like 2 or 3 more million women. Mm-hmm. And how is more you feel like you're special? But the problem is we're gonna let them live in Never Never Land fantasy land. That's why Tinkerbell and all the other stuff, that's why they exist. Mm-hmm. We ain't talking about them right now. This ain't about no women. This is about dudes. Dudes think they special. Mm-hmm. All dudes feel like they defy the odds. Everybody ain't going to the NBA because you 6'2" and taller. There's a whole bunch of 6'2" niggas working at Kinko's and Walmart.
Yeah. But that goes the amount of discipline it takes to get to the NBA.
Yes. Even if you had the most discipline, somebody's going to be a little more disciplined than you. Mm-hmm. You're not checking for their disciplinary actions. Mm-hmm. You're checking for yours, which is fine. Everybody had their own course. Mm-hmm. But everybody ain't going to be able to get there. And everybody ain't going to be able to stay there. That's the thing about life that our parents didn't tell us. They said shoot for the moon. And if you fall on the star, that's fine too. But some people going to shoot for the moon, be on a star and fall back down to a cloud. Mm-hmm. I'm not here to tell you where you're going to be at. But everybody ain't gonna be there. If that was the case, they will never make Honda Accords. They'll make nothing but Bentleys.
Yep.
The Bentley would be a Honda Accord. The reason why you have a Bentley is because everybody can't have one. And you gotta be able to have the financial prowess to have one.
That motherfucker do look nice to have one though.
I mean, it looks beautiful, but it takes a lot of work and discipline. I ain't talking about the finessers. I ain't talking about the scammers. I ain't talking about the nigga who got a scheme. It takes a lot of work and discipline to be able to obtain certain things. To be a homeowner, it takes a lot. Everybody say, "Oh, it's easy." It is easy per se, but it takes a lot of discipline. To be in a fraternity or sorority, yeah, it takes a lot of discipline because you got to get your financials right. You got to get this right. You got to get that right. You got to get that paperwork right. But it takes a lot of discipline to be able to do that.
Yep. It takes even to just be successful on a small scale.
It takes an enormous amount of discipline.
It takes a lot.
I be talking to friends. They be like, "Well, I don't want to work nowhere else." If you don't have the discipline to work somewhere, you sure the hell ain't have the discipline to work for yourself.
We don't talk about that enough. One of the hardest things to do.
When the last time you clocked? When the last time you clocked in?
It was April 2020.
The last time you clocked in?
That was the last time I clocked into any kind of job, and I had responsibilities. Now in this entrepreneurial shit,
so
I clock in. I got it's a different type of clocking in, but I have to do something every day. I gotta clock in on that. But working in another job, it was
2020?
April 2020.
Okay. That's when everything's getting ready to shut down.
Yep.
I haven't clocked in to a job. September 2018? No. Sorry. 8.
Damn. You've been doing this for a minute.
Because when I couldn't hear, I worked for juvenile detention, DDJ. I was a correction officer.
Really?
Yeah.
Things that I didn't see coming?
I did for 6 months.
Okay.
The worst job you ever have. I worked the third shift, the 11 to 7 shift.
Is that's a rough shift?
It's a rough shift because it's the middle of the night. They're asleep.
And then you got to be up.
So you got to walk around every 30 minutes to account for everyone, and every hour for the high. I can't remember the word, the right wording. But yeah, 2008, I believe. 8. That's the last time I actually clocked in somewhere.
And it's a different feeling,
But I ain't clocked in so long.
I wouldn't even know how, even that, that mind, it would be a struggle for me to go back to it.
Yeah. But the thing is, shouts out to Terrence Barron. He was my mentor in the barber game. You remember T, the short T?
Okay.
University.
Yeah.
I remember he told me, he said, "Man, you graduated from barber school. You here next to me, you make good money. But you leave every day to go to the Gap, or you wake up, come in, whatever, from working the night shift at a job." He said, "Dude, if you put the same amount of effort in being here consistently, you wouldn't need those jobs." That's the one thing T taught me. The one thing he taught me. I mean, we ain't talked in a while. You know what I'm saying? Long story. But that's the one thing he taught me. He put me in the barber game. It's the one thing he taught me. And I was like, "Boy, I ain't never clocking in again." I wouldn't know how I feel to clock in. But from 2008 to 2022, almost 2023, I haven't clocked in. Through pandemics and having kids, and recession, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Your disciplinary has to be so profound.
Next level.
Like this, I can't go on how I feel. I gotta go to work. I gotta go figure this shit out.
You know the stories I like hearing the most?
What?
The Kobe and the MJ stories, like that. Kobe's discipline was different.
Mike discipline was so different that Kobe emulated it. Because the thing about Mike and Kobe, Kobe saw what he wanted to be, but he wanted to be better. But he wasn't better. But he had a goal. Once again, it goes back to the episode we had with Cam. You gotta have a number. You gotta have someone that you want to be better than. And it's not because you want to be better than because you feel like they ain't shit. That's the bar. That's the bar.
Yeah. It's the bar you're reaching for.
I want to be I want to be somewhere in that stratosphere.
I won't. When you mention his name,
I want you to mention me too.
I'm in the same conversation.
Then, boy, Kobe walked like Mike, talked like Mike, dressed like Mike, wore a jersey like Mike, did the same gestures as Mike, moved like Mike, everything else, because Mike was the bar. That's why it's like, I think I can't remember one of our episodes. We like, you gotta find somebody you can emulate. I can't remember offhand because I remember all of them. I just can't remember offhand this one. You gotta see something that you want to be, where you want to be,
and follow that blueprint.
Yeah, sometimes good ain't good enough.
Yeah, my person is two people: Tyler Perry, Kevin Hart. Those are my two pillars. I'll say the ones of following their blueprint per se. Obviously, Kevin Hart does more stand up, so that's a different thing.
And I see that Kevin Hart, but one thing I respect about Kevin Hart, he brought everybody with him. His friends, the writers, Harry, and all them folks. You know Harry because of Kevin Hart. Harry's a phenomenal writer. He can't. I mean, I don't know the story, but I'm just.
Naeem, Spank, all of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Said. Harry say, I can't tell a joke, but I can write a joke.
But I think that's good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to say something about get real personal. I remember I used to be like, man, Lonnie, man, why you don't put me in no skit? You was like, no, I don't put you in no skit. Then now you be like this. Then you told me one day, you was like this. Why do I put you in a skit? You got your own damn show. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about it. And then we were just playing. I was like, I was thought about it like this. Damn, that shit do make sense. You funny, but I don't need to see you in no funny light. You like Yoda. Yoda ain't funny. Yoda was, when you watch Star Wars, Yoda. You like Yoda. You know what I'm saying? Yoda probably ain't gonna get no spinoff. In the Star Wars universe. But you gonna see Yoda in all of them.
Yoda still a you know what I'm saying, the fire character. You know what I'm saying? A needed
necessary. He there. You gonna see Yoda because everybody gonna have to go to Yoda to figure out what they gonna do.
Yeah,
and that's the thing about discipline.
Yeah,
if I didn't have the discipline to do the stuff then, I wouldn't have the discipline to do this now. That goes back to when people are dating. Oh man, if I had a good bitch, boy, I'd sit at home. No, you wouldn't. You don't sit at home now. It's like women. I'd be the perfect woman if I had a good nigga. No, you wouldn't.
You ain't that now, yeah.
Your ass twerking on goddamn tables with French toast and syrup and mimosas.
It's not a
light switch. That shit got to be up. That shit got to be embedded in you. That starts from in the morning when you wake up. When you wake up, you have. That's what I say about having a regimen last week. Wake up in the morning, you make your bed, you clean it's a difference.
Yep.
And if you not on your regimen, if you're not on your grind, you're not on your purpose, you're not in your discipline, you're not in your season, you're gonna lose. Even if you out of season, you always gonna be in season. Like even right now, we going to fall. You still can wear a couple of shorts. You ain't been wearing them all day. You ain't have no tank tops on all day. Mm-hmm. But you in season, even when you out of it.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why it's so important for me to what I've been realizing is the people you keep around.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're trying to better yourself, like I always look at people who can like they're already bettering themselves. So let's just say like somebody eats healthy around me. Like, granted, I don't eat the healthiest, or I don't eat healthy, I'll say, but having that attachment to somebody puts you onto new information, and for you to kind of live a little more healthier.
It shows you how to eat healthy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It shows you where you need to be.
Yep. And that's so important. I think we waste so much time on like people that aren't good for us. So that discipline, knowing that.
We meet so many people who are undisciplined, and we be like, well, they're cool. Ain't that cool by being undisciplined?
Swear to God, it ain't. It ain't.
Like I said before, there's a lot of motherfuckers I should have left not having no discipline. Mm-hmm. But sometimes, in not having discipline, you become disciplined. Because when you see the things ain't going the way you want it to go, that means the urgency of changing it is so different.
That's self-awareness. Mm-hmm. That's self-awareness. So, and my other question is, what can guys do to gain self-control?
Well, you gotta look at the life you have in front of you. Look what's in front of you. Do you know where you're going to, and do you like the things life is showing you? Down the Ross, mahogany.
1970. No, I'm just kidding.
1975, 6, I believe, something like that. I can't remember. Great movie though.
I knew you knew. I knew you knew. But yeah, and like I just said, that self-awareness, you gotta. I think, and we say this all the time, but knowing your purpose is so important. When you know your purpose, because then it helps you to like understand what you need to do and like how to go about it, if that makes sense. But when you just out here aimlessly wandering around and you haven't found your purpose or aren't on your purpose, you just get into a bunch of shit.
Yeah. Hey. It takes a while, but you have to be constantly working on your purpose. Mm-hmm. The problem with most people is they don't work on their purpose. Mm-hmm. They don't work on their purpose. They're not about their business because they feel like they got time. That's why I say all the time, the worst thing that for Black America is we feel like we have time. And basically a lot of us are running out of time.
So fast. Mm-hmm. So fast.
Cause one day you're going to be 50, you're going to be sitting here looking crazy.
You running out of time. And you can run out of time for health issues because you was not disciplined.
1975, told you.
1975?
Mahogany.
Hey, I knew you knew. You see, I ain't questioning it. I was like, I know. He might be a year or two off, but it's still in that era. Like, I knew, you know what I'm saying? So I don't never worry about it. But yeah, it's so, y'all, get a hold of your life.
You better.
These 30 years it went by so fast.
I'll tell you something. I see how life is. I see so many 40-something-year-olds. Oh, I got my first house. What the hell you been doing?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I've had a house before with my wife, but I don't have one of my own. Like, you know. And you know, it just. I just feel like you gotta stop wasting that time.
Got to. Just all what gets me all the time is all the time that I've ever wasted.
But don't worry, hey, it's a blessing now that you understand it.
Yep. That and I think it is something that like kind of comes in like your 30s ish area for men usually, and a lot of you were one of the people that told me like when the 30s hit, everybody always told me it just hit a little different. It hit a little different, and when I got hit with it, I was like, had to realize a lot of things. You know, had to let a lot of people go, had to relationships fail, all of that stuff. Like around that 30 mark, boy, life gonna get you together. It's up to you to listen to it though.
Like gonna slap and beat your ass.
No mercy.
No mercy.
But yeah, that's so make sure y'all join the conversation as always. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. What's some things that maybe y'all even struggle with? Some areas in which you are undisciplined in.
What you not disciplined at?
It's so many. My biggest one right now is financial. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest one. Emotions.
Mine too. I can say it too.
It's just so hard. And then, especially if you don't come from a family who, kind of teaches that, and it's
but it don't matter.
Different thing.
It don't matter if your mom taught it or not. Cause I'm gonna say something. If you feel like you got it,
yeah,
get that shit and right back. You know what I'm saying? Spend that shit.
Yep. You right.
Look, man, these been perspective from Big Bro, and I guess I'm Big Bro.
That Big Bro.
So I'm the Flash.
Comedian line.
And we out.
Peace.